Now, today, let's talk about rejection. So, as a man, you want a woman and she rejects you. What is the first thing we are going to do? So, the first thing you're going to do if you're rejected by a woman is we are going to treat them like an enemy. She must automatically become your enemy. We are not going to be friends. We are not going to fall in that friend zone.
Like, I know he's trying to be funny and he's making good numbers on Instagram, but this is dangerous information. How are you going to tell men who already are, like, they have they're the most violent kind in terms of, like, the genders, right? How are you going to tell men who are already mad when they're rejected and they have the, strength to be violent already, like they're already mad when you reject them, and then you go ahead and make a video about men should become instant enemies to a woman if she rejects him? So now you're turning men into sore losers. Like you're turning men into worse than they already are. Like, we don't need men to be worse than they already are. We need men to do better. So this type of these types of videos are really dangerous. Like, you're not helping anybody by making these types of videos.
The other day, I went on like the date from hell, and I will preface this by saying I hate when men ask me questions. I feel like you're a man, you should just figure it out. He picks me up, we go to the date, we pull in, and he's like, "Oh, where do I park at?" First of all, I don't work at the wharf. I don't know. Already irritated. Why are you asking me where to park? You're driving, you figure it out. Stop asking me questions. I am playing Candy Crush. So he's like, "Where do I park?" And I'm like, "I don't know." I mean, I could see the big parking sign that said P parking on it, but I'm like, clearly he needs to figure this out for himself. Let this be a learning opportunity. So he finds the garage and he pulls in and he's like, "What floor do I go to?" Oh my God, do I own the parking garage?
Even though she is acting extremely rude, and the way she thinks in general on the date is already gonna set her up for failure. Like, if you go on dates already mad, already hating men, that's psychology. Like, 9 times out of 10 it's not gonna go well because you already had a preconceived notion. Like, you already came expecting him to fail. So if you're not happy with yourself, if you're just angry, don't date for now. Work on yourself. That's number 1. Number 2, she does have a point. Like, use your eyes, man. Like, you're asking me where this and that is as if I work here. So she has a point.
I don't know. He has the place on his GPS because he drove there. And so we get outside the parking garage and I'm like, "Okay, which way, where do we turn at?" And he's like, "Oh, he's like mumbling. Y'all know I hate women mumble. Speak up.
Girl, you're
loser.
mad.
I'm getting irritated. So he starts mumbling and I'm like, okay, like whatever. So we start walking. I'm like, let's go this way because there's people around. I'm getting overstimulated. So we start walking out of the parking garage. I'm like, which way do we go? And he's like, I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out. Are you not looking at the Apple Maps right now? Don't piss me. Look, I'm going to put you in a full Nelson. So I turn to the right and I see the big pink sign that says Pink Tiger on it. So I'm like, oh, it's right here. So we start walking and I was like,
I mean, we're kikiing and kakaing, but he might not even be able to know how to read. Like, he might, like, I'm suspicious right now because it's either you can't read or you're blind.
"Oh, you're not looking at the GPS?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm just trying to figure it out." What are you talking about right now? What are you talking about right now? You're looking at, anyways.
As women, we develop faster than them, so like, bro, a lot of the times I'm just like, let me just be patient. Like, it's good to be patient with these, with these men because, bro.
As we're getting close, he looks up and he goes, "Oh, is this the Pink Tiger?" Mind you, this big pink neon sign on the building says Pink Tiger.
Have patience.
No, this is the Green Lizard. Are you stupid? So we go in and we sit down. And I'm looking at the menu and I'm like, "You know what? I think I'm going to try the deviled eggs." And he's like, "Oh, okay." He looks at the menu and he sees the ingredients and he's like, "Okay, let's do it." So I go ahead and I order the, what the fuck? So I order the deviled eggs. The deviled eggs come and he's looking at it with a funny face. And I'm like, I really don't care. I'm eating the deviled eggs. And then he looks at me. He goes, "Is there pork in this?" And I was like, "Yeah, bacon. There's bacon in there." And he's like, "Is bacon pork?"
God. No, that one might be especially slow. This isn't about men, just like generally being slower than women. This one is very, very, very slow. Like, what are we talking about? How did you manage to get dressed today?
I don't know. I don't know.
No,
Taste
it's
it and find
chicken.
out.
It's
I don't know what's
chicken.
in bacon, but I do know what's in a knuckle sandwich, and you're about to get one.
It's a
so at this
chicken.
point, I just stop answering. I just keep eating because, like, I think I'm being like punked right now, and I don't have time for this. But anyways, he came from Charlotte because he had to bring me some of the things that I left behind that I wasn't able to carry with me. So we get to my apartment, and he's helping me carry the things in. It's just a couple suitcases and stuff. So up and after he's done like carrying all the things up, we're standing in my apartment, and I'm like, why isn't he going home? He's just standing there, and I'm looking at him, and he's looking at me, and I was like, okay, so thanks for your help. I'll see you later. And he's like, oh, like, what are you gonna do tonight? I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna probably have a glass of wine, go to sleep, that kind of thing. Like, thanks again for your help. And I'm like, he's still standing there, so I'm like, okay, what are you gonna do today? And he's like, oh, I don't know, I'll probably go to a hotel or something. Oh, you need a place to stay. First of all, hell no. If you're going to be staying at my house, you need to tell me in advance, this ain't no hotel. This ain't the Heartbreak Hotel, and you cannot stay up in here. It's only one room in here, and it ain't for you. So I stand there, and I'm like, oh, okay. So he's sitting there, and he's staring off into the distance, and I'm like, oh, my God, he's going to sit here and wait till I tell him that he can come stay the night in my apartment. And then I start to be like, okay, you know what? It's already like 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to go to sleep anyways. So like if he needs to stay. And I was like, so do you need a place to stay? He's like, well, I don't want to put you out.
My God, that's the mistake a lot of women make. Like, men put you in a situation that you're gonna give the answer of what he was already hoping you say, and you took the bait. Like, please.
Anything. Like, I don't want it to be inconvenient. You big bellied buffoon. I don't have time to go back and forth with you. You need to figure out, you staying or you not. You staying or you going? Because I don't even want
You
you to
took
stay.
the bait, girl.
Don't give me a reason. I'm like, no, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So he's like, okay, I need to go get my stuff. He needs to go get his bag. I'm like, okay, cool. We can sleep on the couch, and then he can leave in the morning. So he goes downstairs, gets his bag. He comes back up with the bag, and he sits the bag down, and he's like, okay, do you have any clothes I can borrow to sleep in?
Oh, he's a serious homosexual. It's not just a matter of he doesn't have a place to stay. Like, he doesn't have anything to his name.
What the hell is in the bag? Why are you asking me for clothes? What's in the bag? So I'm like, what's in the bag? And he's like, oh yeah, I just have like some like jeans and stuff. I don't have any like. So you came all the way here without sleep clothes? So I go to get like something for him to sleep in. And he's like, also, do you have a lotion and a brush? And he's ticking things off. And I sat there and I said, you know what? I don't think this is a good idea. I think you should leave. I'm not playing. Y'all, this is my peace. My house is my peace, and you're irritating me. So I didn't say that. I just said, I don't think this is a good idea. I think you should leave. And he's like, oh, what happened? What happened?
I don't know, like, the type of men that y'all attract, I don't know. Like, I feel like it's something to do with you. And second, you prolonged this way too far. You should have cut it at, he said he needed a place, and you could have just said, oh yeah, no, I'm not in a position to have anyone sleep over. We just met. Like,
I said, I'm sorry, I just think you should leave. And I kicked him out. Am I wrong? I don't like when people are dumb.
You're only wrong because you let it get to that point before you told him he couldn't stay.
Like, why did you come up here to stay the weekend? You didn't book a hotel, and you didn't bring anything? What is in the bag? You have one pair of jeans in that bag? You're dumb, and you need to leave. You need to go and take that dumb shit with you.